Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, the price of gold fell today drastically, just whew. And the reason is it's believed, and there's an article at the Crusader Journal, it was written actually by Mark Smith out of Toronto, Canada. Gold just dropped the fastest in a year to $1,200 an ounce as the nervous investors await the United States Federal Reserve move on interest rates that's going to take place in June, and the results of the United Kingdom's vote in 3 weeks to see if they leave the European Union. So the price of gold fell. Now, Bloomberg wrote a report today. Anxiety over the prospect of the United States interest rate hike as soon as June dominated the global trading, battering government debt and most developing nation currencies. Emerging market currencies extended the losses from last Friday, on track for their worst month since August of last year against the dollar, after the Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen signaled Friday that a rate increase is likely sometime in the coming months. Gold fell for a ninth day in its longest slump in over a year, while Mexican bonds sank with German bonds amid a tumble in a 10-year Treasury futures. A gauge of global stocks held near a 4-week high, with trading volumes in the Americas and Europe more than 50% below their daily average amid market closures in the United States and the United Kingdom. The yen slumped for a second day. Now, we know that the world trading got off to a very, very precarious start in the beginning of this year, then seemed to mellow out and to actually even to climb up some. But now there's more than just the anxiety over the fact that Janet Yellen is going to raise interest rates in America, and that the fact that the European Union the United Kingdom may vote to just get out of the European Union, and that's going to sink the euro. You can believe this, the euro will be dead on arrival. I mean, dead on arrival. Check for a pulse. Clear. Clear. It's over. Okay? It's over. For the European Union's, the euro, not the dollar. Not the dollar. If the United Kingdom pulls out of the European Union, the euro will take a drastic fall. Now, there's something else I want to share with you. You got to remember. Bilderberg. They're going to be meeting in June. What are they going to discuss? And every time, I watch it every year, when Bilderberg and all of the world's financial gurus show up from the Illuminati, and they hold their secret meeting. This year it's going to be in Germany, I think. Usually just a few days after they meet, there's a major announcement. They make determinations that affect world markets always at Bilderberg. I remember a couple years ago, they came out of there. The very next day, Ben Bernanke was fired as the Fed chairman. Very next day, right after Bilderberg ended, the next day, he's gone. The decision was made. So there's a lot, I'm going to tell you right now, at Bilderberg, that's when they're going to decide whether the United Kingdom leaves the European Union or not. That will be decided at Bilderberg, okay? So keep an eye when the Bilderberg groups meet. They make the heavy decisions as it relates to the global markets. Bohemian Grove, they deal more with the political arenas and even military arenas, okay? The United Nations just wants to set up a new world order, period. And it's an antichrist spirit. That's why Christianity and Judaism is history under this Illuminati-led new world order, or as the Bible calls it, the beast in Revelation 13. Now, traders are pricing in a move that 50% chance of the Fed boosting borrowing cost in July after Yellen affirmed a sentiment already pushed for a number of her officials. The Fed has indicated a rate increase is possible as soon as next month, following a string of improved U.S. economic data. She just wait until Bilderberg. That's when they'll decide to raise interest rates or not. Bilderberg. They'll decide whether the United Kingdom stays in the European Union or not. Bilderberg. That's when it's going to happen. All right? So the prospect of tighter policies has underpinned a resurgence in the dollar, with a gauge of the currency versus major peers headed for its best month since September of 2014. Reports this week of incomes and U.S. payrolls will be scrutinized as investors try to determine whether the Fed's June meeting is truly in play. So we'll wait and see how things all turn out, but certainly world economic anxiety is really what's taking place. Now, I can tell you, just in the Spirit of the Lord and in prayer, there's not going to be a major recession hit the United States. There is going to be some global turbulence, especially potentially the euro. And we already know Venezuela's broke, busted, and disgusted. And we already know that Spain and Portugal and Greece and some of the other European nations in the European Union are in a world of trouble. But the United States is looking at a regime change. And the world is starting to figure out, what does that all mean? A Trump presidency, what does that mean? And how does that affect the American dollar and the American economy? So we're going to see how this all works out as it's playing out in front of our very eyes. If there's a Clinton presidency, well, that's a whole different story, okay? And we'll talk about that in another video. I already have said enough about that, I think. So give your life to Jesus Christ. Chill out. Calm down. Get a cup of coffee. Calm down. Bring yourself under control. It's going to be all right. Seriously, it's going to be okay for now. For now. Jesus is coming soon. Give your life to Jesus Christ. The beast is about to rise.